Hi, so I'm gonna do my speech at 7 minutes. Everything was calm, and then suddenly I woke up on the floor with blood everywhere. Hi, my name is Pilipovic, and I'm gonna tell you about a story, one of my biggest and scariest life stories of me pretty much smashing my head. Long story short. So this occurred on the 31st October 2019, about 3 months into my freshman year. Well, that still is my freshman year. So pretty much it was a Thursday night. It was Halloween, and I went out and had a little bit of fun with my friends and things like that. I got back at around 12:30 at night, and I did my normal routine. I went and brushed my teeth, had a shower, and then hopped up into bed and was asleep by about 12:30. So about 3 hours into my sleep, I rolled off my bed, and I was completely asleep when this happened. But my roommate apparently was awake because I was moving a lot and I was talking a lot in my sleep. I don't know, something like that. And so it woke him up, and he was just looking at me. And apparently, I just rolled off my bed. I fell and smashed my head on a mini fridge, and I just woke up on the floor, and there was just blood like all over the left side of my face. And I had really bad neck pain. I had splitting headache. Everything. I was just in so much shock, and there was so much adrenaline coming through my system that I just didn't know what was going on. Like, I couldn't think. Everything was so fuzzy when I was walking around. I walked over to my roommate's closet, and for some reason I was looking for something in his closet. I don't know what, but yeah, it was really weird. So I told my roommate straight away. I was like, man, like, I need to go to hospital. Like, there's something really wrong with me. He called the RA. The RA didn't even answer. I don't understand why. So we called my coach. Thank God he was awake, because he was actually stringing rackets about 2 o'clock in the morning. I actually had to leave to go to a tournament the next day to play tennis for EIU. And my coach immediately came and rushed over to me and came and took me to the hospital. I was just, I felt like when I was walking down, I felt so nausea, like I couldn't like concentrate or anything. I was fuzzy everywhere. I didn't know like what was happening, so I had to get escorted to the car. I hopped in the car, and as soon as we started driving, I was just like, I felt like I was gonna throw up. Like, there was just, I felt some nausea. Like, getting there was like, it was like a 10-minute drive to the hospital. It felt like it was like half an hour. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I just knew I just needed to throw up. So as soon as we pulled up to the emergency thing, I jumped out of the car and just threw up everywhere. And I was throwing up for about 10 minutes, and it hurt so much to throw up because I had to bend my neck to throw up, and my neck was just in incredible pain. Like, I thought I 100% did something to my neck. Like, I broke it. I have no idea. Like, it was just in so much pain. And so I ended up throwing up, and I went into the emergency office. I got rushed into the emergency thing because I had blood all over my face, and I got rushed in, and I got cleaned up, had my scan done immediately on my head. About half an hour later, I got the scans back, and my head was just completely, my left side of my head was completely fractured, and they said I had internal bleeding in my brain, and they said that I was most likely going to get brain surgery. And this was only 3 months into me coming into the US. I didn't know. I was very young. I just turned 18. The only insurance I had was the EIU insurance, and that only covered about $20,000, and the bill ended up being $45,000. And I was getting all these scans done, and I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that like American healthcare costed a lot, and I was telling them, I was like, man, how much is this going to cost? Like, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the insurance or anything. And my coach said like everything would be covered. And long story short, it never got covered. They didn't do anything about it. I'm still fighting with the hospital to try to get my bills sorted out. And my parents, they're fighting with the hospital. Like, it's going to take years to sort out. I was just like walking around, like sitting there on the bed, and I literally couldn't move my neck. I was in so much pain. I've never experienced something like this in my life. Like, the amount of pain I was in, I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't focus. I couldn't, like, even, I could barely talk. I could barely move my mouth. I couldn't even eat. I couldn't do anything. Like, my whole like head to my neck was just messed up. I couldn't do absolutely anything. While I was sitting in all this pain, I was thinking like I was gonna get brain surgery at 18. Like, that is just insane, and how much that would have costed. Thank God I didn't need it because my internal bleeding luckily stopped. Um, I was in hospital for a few days. I was missing tennis. I was missing class. I was getting behind on work. Um, yeah, it was just this huge disappointment, and yeah, my thank God my roommate was actually here because, man, like Thomas, like, I don't know, like, it was crazy. Like, he stayed with me like the whole time, and like, thank God he was there because, like, I I didn't know how I was gonna tell my parents this as well because it was such a messed up situation that I just, yeah, I didn't know. I called my parents. They were they were so stressed out about me. Like, I told them I might have to get brain surgery, things like that, and finding out your 18-year-old son needs brain surgery because he fell off his bed isn't like a very good thing. Um, yeah, it was literally insane. Um, but I feel like through all this, all the situation and everything that I went through, really it really made me into a new person. It Like, this event just like completely shaped me into a new person. It gave me a wake up call to realize that there's more of a purpose in life than having fun. I was always wanting to have fun. I wasn't really focusing on school. I wasn't really focusing on tennis as much as I needed to. And after this all happened, I realized it woke me up to realize that I needed to work harder. I not do any of this stuff. And after I got out of the hospital, I completely changed. I picked up my grades. I ended up finishing with a 4.0 in my fall semester, and I did really well by the end of the semester when I recovered. So I'm very happy this happened.